Hey guys, and welcome back to Promotions. I'm Jerry,
I'm Corey.
and we are going to be doing another Let's Talk About It. So this is the second Let's Talk About It, but this time we've got quite a few different topic range of questions. Not all of them are completely to be joked around with, but they're not too serious either.
Yeah, like we can elaborate on them and give you our take of what we feel our lives are like in regards to these questions.
Right.
So, yet again, me and Jerry are two different people, so we'll have varying answers. But yet again, it's up to you guys in the comments to post your own answers to these questions. So,
let's start off with a fun question that's kind of interesting and can go many ways. So if you want to answer this in the comments below, let us know how you would go about this answer.
Absolutely.
So basically the question is, and this was actually asked to us by a regular that comes by our job. His name is Mark. Mark asks, if you were the last survivor in a zombie apocalypse and you were trapped in the store, we work in a gas station, Daly's gas station.
you can do this with your own workplace, though.
Yeah, pretty good size. How long do you think you would survive?
Okay. So, who wants to go on this one? You want to go first on it? Because I actually have a theory, but it's going to take a little bit of explanation.
Okay. Well, based on me, I don't really eat breakfast unless it's cooked for me and I'm in the mood, and I rarely ever eat lunch because I'm always sleeping by the time I even get hungry for lunch. And if I do get hungry, I'll probably just snack on a bag of chips or something. So I'm not high maintenance on food at all, and my drink intake is probably mainly soda. So when it comes to water, Gatorade, and stuff like that, I won't go through it fast. So I would last a pretty good amount of time. The only thing that would probably be touched last is like the beer, because I don't drink. But if that's the last thing I have to drink, I'm gonna have to, and then I'm gonna get drunk and probably end up going outside anyways. But I did say that when it came down to it, and I was low on materials, I was gonna leave because we do have glass bottles. I'll take leave some alcohol in the bottle. I'll get one of the rags, make sure it's got a little alcohol in it, and then I'll basically make a Molotov because we have lighters. So I'll just launch it out and try not to hit the pumps. But if I don't see a way out, then I'll just go throw it at the pumps and try to blow us all up. But I'm going to throw it, try to make a distraction. And if I can, there's a Costco right across the parking lot.
Oh, yeah, which is full of supplies.
Take off.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you forgot one factor, though, Jerry. Looters. There's going to be other survivors out there.
He said if you were the only one.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's nobody else. You're the only one. So you're saying how long would you survive in the store? Not how long would you survive in general. Just in the store. So.
Man, that sounds like a fantasy sometimes, though, man. It is interesting to think about yourself being the only person in the world. I mean, it could be lonely, but I imagine for like the first week or two, man, it'd be amazing. Like,
yeah, but then you gotta think about the ending. Is like, what if you kill off all the zombies?
True.
And then there's nobody else. Like, there's no people. You're never gonna reproduce. You're never gonna have nothing else around. The pets are all probably dead and eaten, and on the side of the road is roadkill or something.
And I guess the fantasy would get older after a little while. Like maybe after the first year, I'd be like, well, I've already ridden every roller coaster that I could get to. I've also done loop-de-loops on every single motorcycle. I've played all the games I can find. Like, this is boring, and I don't know what the fuck to do now. But
and that's given the fact that you were able to get out. So
yeah, good point. Because there's a possibility you could be trapped in that gas station, and there's no telling how long you're gonna be there.
Yeah, so either I was going to Costco, or I was gonna break break broomsticks in half and then sharpen the edges and go out fighting, just like
try to make a path,
making spears and stuff. Try to get to my house because I have 2 swords and a staff over there. So I'll just go back outside and just be like, all right, let's do this.
Dang.
But that's my one of my answers that I thought of. That was my favorite one.
So you think you feel you would survive for like weeks, months?
I would say, man, because we really don't have food. So I wouldn't last for months, but I'd say at least a good month.
Like 30
because
days.
half the store does expire, and half of it might be expired already, which I kind of gotta give some leeway to that since it's all I have, but I don't want to get myself sick. So I think maybe like a month and maybe a month and a half, I would say I would be able to survive in there without anything real having to happen.
Well, what I would do is I would use my location to lure the walkers or the zombies or whatever away. So pretty much in this building that we work, there's actually an attic. So
I didn't know that.
yeah, we have an attic. So that's actually a very good vantage point because what I would do is I would sleep at night up there as securely as possible, and then when it was daytime I would come down, grab supplies, run out and lure zombies away from the location. So they would chase me, and as soon as they would go over to where I would disappear or basically take off so they don't know where I'm going, and then circle back around and go back to that location. So for me, I would lure herds of zombies away from the location, and then at nighttime I would retire inside the attic area, you know, and eat snacks. So I say for me, surviving would be not the most difficult thing to do if it's the slow zombies. It's fast zombies, I'm like, fuck day one. Like, I'm chunky at this point. I'm not running away from those, dude. They're getting me.
I would say for the purpose of this scenario, I would say just like regular slow walking zombies.
Well, in that case,
otherwise, if there's fast ones, then there's fat ones and there's strong ones, like in Dying Light, that could just ram through. We have bulletproof windows, but our doors
they're pretty thick.
Are stupid easy to get through. So if it just hits the door one good time, it's.
Or if it's a group of them pushing, yeah, you're definitely gonna have a whole bunch of them get in. In which case, I'd have to escape out of the ceiling and try to find a way to climb down.
And I don't think we have shutters either, so that's not.
I'm gonna have to like chip a hole in. And the thing about it is, if we're using weapons that are at our workplace, there's not really a lot that would help me. Like I imagine, like Jerry said, with the whole broomsticks situation, that would be a smart idea because we do have the capability of sharpening things, and we have and we got box cutters as well because we have a lot of boxes that we need to open. So that would be doable. Yeah, and scissors. So what I would probably do is I'd wrap up box cutters around a stick and jab. And I would try my best to not be surrounded. Just basically lure them away from that location. And then when it gets dark enough where they can't see me, sneak inside, get all the food I can, and then wait until the break of day to continue running around. So I think I would be able to survive for at least a few months before I would use all those resources and basically have to make a plan of where to go next. So I would try to find survivors if I could. But yet again, if I'm the only one, I'm pretty much dead sooner or later. So that was very dark. Sorry.
I also thought about going down the street if I could make it. You know what we could do? You could get the leaf blower and put like we mentioned before. We could get the leaf blower and put a bunch of sharp objects and just hit the nitro button. You just
definitely either that or like take that tube and like pack it with like an explosive compound, man, and just.
Or you could just take the broom, not the broomstick, the dust mop.
Yeah.
And you just run with it like. Push them all over.
Because there is this ring that holds the dust mop, and you can actually tie things to it. So yeah, in which case you could totally make that into like a flipping trident of death. Yep. So me and Jerry, we would be creative. If it was the two of us, dude, we would probably be able to survive.
If it was both of us, we'd be good. We need one girl. Any volunteers? No promises that we're gonna be absolutely nice because.
Whoa!
When I get cranky,
Bill Cosby over here. There's no guarantee.
I don't mean like that.
I'm joking.
I just mean like my attitude when I'm putting.
Oh yeah, if there's shit going down, we need you to be ready. Like otherwise, you're gonna get left behind.
You can't be like, oh, I'm nervous or hesitate. You got to be like a hardcore. Like I will put my motorcycle tire to your face kind of girl.
Like if I get bitten, you got to take me out immediately. No hesitation.
We need a Xeno warrior. We don't need no goddamn
princesses. No, we need people that is going to be able
unless
to
it's
help.
The Three Musketeer princess kind of girl
who actually knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, they'd be like, okay, where'd you get that?
Like I want you to kill people with your stiletto heel. Yeah. If you do that, welcome to the club.
And you got to throw it.
Snacks are upstairs.
Alright, well that was the first one. If you want to answer that question, go ahead.
Absolutely. Tell us about the weapons you have at your workplace. I mean, hopefully you don't have weapons at your workplace, but you know what I mean.
I will staple a zombie's eyes.
You probably got that one weird guy that's like, yeah, I got a 45 that carries my desk, and we're like, you shouldn't do that.
If you work at a Walmart, props, because you got a lot of stuff. You got a hunter section. Can I come get a crossbow, please?
Absolutely, man. Yo, man, hook me up with some flashlights, man. I need to be able to travel at night.
All right, so let's move on to the next one before
Right.
we take up the whole time just talking about zombies.
Which we
I
totally
love
could.
zombies.
I mean, if you guys want us to have a zombie discussion, like scenarios and whatnot, you let us know. I'd be down for that. But anyway, here we go. So these questions are actually from my lady friend Amy. So these are questions she wanted us to answer. So here is the first one. If you could teach everyone in the world one concept, what concept would have the biggest positive impact on humanity? And for me, I feel like this concept that would be incredible would be goodness, I know the word for it. I have to think about it. Altruism. That's it. So, giving people things and not expecting anything back, because I feel like in our society, especially how things are advancing, we are very greedy people. Like if we see somebody that's in need of something and we need it ourselves, as opposed to breaking off a piece of what we have to make sure they're happy, we'll say, no, this is mine and you have to get your own. But it shouldn't be that way all the time. I can understand, like, self-preservation. You have to make sure you survive before you can help anybody else. But there's a lot of people out there who have way more than what they really need, and a little bit can go a long way for another person who's really going through it. And we are being too greedy, I feel like. For me, I feel like if I had like maybe a few 100,000, I would be fine. Like with that kind of money, I could make it last for at least years. As opposed to people who have millions and millions of dollars, and they, instead of, giving to charities or trying to find, places who need this money, like shelters or medical facilities, they just take it and they hoard all that they can. So for me, I have to say altruism is one of those things that can actually save everybody. Make sure everyone has a place to stay, something to eat, people they can talk to. We just need to come together as a community, and I feel like the world will be a lot better because everyone will care about the other person, as opposed to being like, forget them, I want what I want. So that's my answer.
Read middle questions.
Okay, sorry guys, we just had to take a quick break for a second. People are still waking up, so let's go ahead and move on to the question again. It was, if you could teach everyone in the world one concept, what concept would have the biggest positive impact on humanity? So, Jerry, what was your answer?
My neck doesn't go all the way to the left, but it goes all the way to the right. I'm broken. Okay. What in all seriousness? One alteration to make?
Yeah, one concept would you instill for the world to be better for every human being?
Man, let me tell you guys.
I think I know what his answer might be.
It's not going to be manners, like I said earlier. Which, yes, manners would save a whole lot of stress. But that's not really going to change anything, because that's just being polite to people. You still hate people if you have manners. You're like, yeah, how you doing today? I hate you, God, so much. But, if you could just have more peace of mind with yourself, you know what I'm saying? That one alteration, I could speak from experience, because I used to be a very rage consumed person, and when I came to have peace within myself, I am here now who I am today. I can help a lot of people. I have a very high toleration for a lot of stupidity that I have to deal with.
Well, he hangs out with me. Hi-oh. Drop the mic.
Nah, I wasn't shaking my head to hanging out with him. I was shaking my head to the stupidity part. Corey is a very smart person. But
even though I'm goofy as fuck.
Yeah, that's the only quality that we actually like about each other, is that we're funny. Everything else about ourselves we hate.
Yeah.
I hate how tan I am. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry. We got off track on that one.
But basically, if everybody would just have that peace of mind within themselves, then all these little compliments, these little, side talk, none of that would even matter, because it'd be like, well, whatever you're saying,
It's just an opinion.
Yeah, it's whatever you think. Like if somebody comes to me and I'm Puerto Rican, if somebody's like, "Oh, you Mexican," what way? I'm just looking at them like, "Hi." You know, other
Like,
than
how does this affect me?
yeah, and throughout history, you call a Puerto Rican a Mexican or Puerto Rican or a Cuban or a Argentinian or whatever you want to do, then it's a problem. But you know, that's such a little factor in anything. Like other people's opinions of you shouldn't even matter in the slightest, unless it's a positive thing. If they're like, "Oh my God, you are a very kind person," then you should be like, "Wow, you know, I'm doing something that makes other people see me as a kind person. So I want to keep doing this with myself." But even still, improve it. But always, you know, do things to where you're at peace with yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy with what you're doing. And then
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Because I know there's situations where people are, you know, incredibly rich or famous and in this big position of like power or success, and they just let it kind of tumble in between their hands because they're not happy with themselves in general. And that's the thing about life, is that if you're not comfortable with who you are, then you'll start to lose control of who you are.
Not only that, but the whole piece within yourself thing is, you know, you will never be consumed by absolute rage. And I'm not talking about rage like I had and get it over it. That's a different kind of thing. The rage
that was more like major annoyance.
Well, I should change it. You never be consumed with like hatred for anything that's happening. You won't get mad at such little situations. Like maybe you're invited to something, or you're stuck going to something and you're just there and you hate being there. There's nothing for you to do. It's not your scene. There's no games. There's nothing you like to do. You can't draw. You can't listen to music. You just gotta sit there and just listen to whatever the hell's going on in the background, and you hate it. But if you're good with yourself, then you be like, all right, you know, this is for a cause. I'm doing it for somebody, or you know, I'm here with people that who could possibly be somebody who has a good influence in my life. You know, like let's say when I first met Corey at the gas station, I never really talked to him. I talked to the other guy that worked there, and because
he was more outgoing and friendlier, and me, I was still, you know, trying to get used to people. So
I wasn't. So he came, not him, but the other guy came to me. And
that'd be Jamie, by the way. Yeah. J Dubs.
J Dubs. Yeah. But you know, after a while, he ended up leaving, and then I knew who Corey was. Maybe not by name, but I knew who he was because I've seen him there. So, you know, I would say hi to him every now and again. And eventually, as I started to get to know him a little more, and I started to hang out a little more, I started realizing, like, damn, this dude's cool. Like, he likes things that I like. He's very knowledgeable about a lot of stuff because he researches. And he actually, like, he'll give you, like, the attention that he's listening, unlike other people where they're just like, all right, can you get out of my line, please, so I could go home?
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. Usually Jerry approaches me with interesting subjects, so I'm like, all right, well, I'm more intent to actually focus, as opposed when someone's like, well, let me tell you about all the shitty things that happened in my life today, and I'm just like, ugh.
Nonetheless, you still listen, though.
Yeah,
and that's the difference. Like, it bothers you, but you're so, you know, where you're at, you feel you're at a comfortability level to where it's like other things aren't even important if they're negative, because you have your own things to work on. Same thing with me. Like, there's a lot of things that I'm focused on. I'm at a good spot with myself, but I know I got my own things to worry about. So if somebody comes to me and starts to start a problem with me because they assume that I meant something wrong, well, then I'm gonna be like, look, man, I don't know what your problem is, but I don't care. You know, I don't care. I'm not gonna let this blow up. It's this whole situation, and here's a solution. You know, if you take the solution, cool. If not, go be mad by yourself. I'm not gonna take it.
I think in Japanese call that Zen, and Jerry, he's definitely acquired it a lot better than I have. I feel like I need a gong right now. Like, not trying to be stereotypical, but yeah, like peace of mind is a really, really great thing to have. I feel like, if anything, I am still in the process of trying to stay true to who I am. Oh my god, I just hit the box. Sorry about that. But
it's all good.
yeah, peace of mind is a really important concept, and I can agree with Jerry entirely, because you have to be able to control yourself. Otherwise, how can you control anything else that's going on in your life, let alone other people? It's not about controlling all of this out here. You can't. It's impossible. However, you do have domain over yourself. So if you can actually do that, in which case you might be on the path to self-awareness and being able to seek the knowledge you need in order to succeed in life. I feel like the fact that he actually talked to me at the gas station, we actually are starting something that could possibly be a bright light for both of us, because both of us want to be able to be expressive and creative. And for me, I am in a band, and Jerry, he has his art, but when we come together, it's like we basically take all the ideas that we have in our backpacks that we call our brains, we just dump it out in front of on the table, and we're like, all right, let's sort through this and see what we can find out of it. So that's a really good thing to have, because if you're true to yourself and your mind, you might find like-minded individuals, and you might actually be able to grow something. Right now, we only have a few subscribers, but who knows how many years from now we'll have. And it could have been just because me and him actually had the idea to do it, because we were both very mindful people. So yeah, sorry, I wasn't trying to rant.
That's all good.
Power of friendship, mofos.
We might be out of time, but let's see. What's the last question?
All right, we got one more question.
This quickly, then we will. Otherwise, we can carry it on to the next one. But these are kind of extensive questions. So.
Oh yeah. Well, if anything, you guys have any the questions you want to ask us, just let us know through the Facebook or the Twitter page, and link should be right down there. Okay.
And comment.
Comment. Please comment.
If you don't have the others.
Give us questions. Anyway, so the last question is from Amy. What life-altering things should every human ideally get to experience at least once in their lives? So I answered it first, or did you answer it first, the last one?
Oh, you did.
I did. Okay, so all right, you go ahead.
We're gonna go ahead and answer this. I'm gonna give a short answer. I don't need to explain really, depending on my answer. But a life-altering event,
the one gets to experience one time in their lives.
Everyone should get to
at least once.
I would say you get to experience true happiness. One day, because then it's like getting a teaser. So you're like, oh my god, I need that again. So then that should motivate you to want to do better for the rest of your life.
So a day would be like just like a perfect day where nothing bad happens, or
whatever for you is true happiness. Of course, it's going to take all the negative things out for the day, but then you'll know where you should be at after that.
Like how you should tackle your life from now on.
Yeah, man, I had the perfect day. Now I know what I got to do. And then you just work for it.
Absolutely. I think that's a pretty good answer. For me, I'm a little bit more romantic and sentimental. I have to say the one thing that people should experience at least once is being in love and having that person love them back. Even if it's for a short period of time, to have that... Alright, listen. I know some people don't like, romantic affairs or whatnot. Some people, they like having platonic. Take it, Jerry.
Sorry, okay.
Be cool, man. That's all good. Now you're being too proper. Oh. People should have that connection. At least, even if it's for a short time, they should have it, because it's great to know that somebody cares about you just as much as you care about them, and it makes the world feel a little brighter and happier. I mean, yet again, it may not last for a long time. It could last for a very, very long time, but the fact that you get to feel that connection, feel like there might be somebody out there who's just for you, that is actually a big feeling to have, and it makes people optimistic and hopeful, which is why whenever someone's in love, they could be like the crampiest, crabbiest, grumpiest mother effer ever, but they get that feeling and they find that person, they're actually incredibly nice and vibrant and happy, and so they get broken up with, and then they go back to being grumpy and crabby and whatnot. But yeah, I think that's
maybe even worse.
yeah, even worse possibly. But I think that's a thing people should have, because it gives them hope that great things can happen, and sometimes it can happen even randomly. So Yeah, I know it's a cheesy answer.
I'm gonna be a jerk, and I'm gonna say that the answers that you give are just gonna be like simulation type things. So let's say my a true happiness experience, that's a simulation. Like you'll go through a whole life, kind of like what Rick and Morty did.
Yeah. With Roy, the Roy game.
The Roy, like Life of Roy or whatever.
Yeah.
That was awesome. He come out, he's like, "Where's my wife?" You're in a simulation, Morty. And so like basically, you know what true happiness feels like, but that was just a simulation. Now you're in real life.
Because even Rick was picking on Morty. He was like, "You went back to the carpet store to work at 40?"
So, and then his true love simulation, that would suck to come out of, but at least you know what you got to look for now.
Absolutely.
And how you got to hold yourself to be able to meet those standards,
But it takes bravery to achieve any of these things, guys. You got to go out there and try to find for yourself. Even zombies.
Bravery to embrace the zombies. Give them a big hug when you're ready to go out.
And cardio. Don't forget cardio.
And double shot.
Hold on. I got.
Was it double shot?
A double shot? What was a double shot? I'm just shooting randomly. Oh, the double tap.
Double tap.
Yeah. Zombieland reference, guys. But anyway, guys, that was our Let's Talk About It. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you have any more questions, please let us know.
Down in the comments.
Yeah.
Or around the Facebook community page that this guy's going to be running, or on the Twitter page which nobody has followed yet, that I'm going to be running.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching Promotions. And like we like to say, make them number 2. Alright, y'all. Peace. Look at that body. Girl, look at that body.